Howdy do y'all, this is John, and today we are talking about Scary Movie 6, a new movie out in theaters right now. No, I will not call it Scary Movie. I'm sick and tired of movies doing that crap. It's Scary Movie 6. And then Scary Movie 6, it deals with Cindy Crawford, I think her name is. She is tasked to go back to Woodsville because Ghostface has come back, killing people, doing that kind of stuff. And a mess of a movie happens. Okay. First and foremost, why do I feel like this movie lobotomized me? I'm not kidding you. Walking out of that theater, I'm just sitting there going, because why on earth are the Sultan Freeberg style of parody movies coming back? Like, out of all of the things from the 2000s, why bring that back? So, to get things started, first and foremost, the writing in this movie is horrendous. This movie was written by Marlon and Shawn Wayans, along with a couple other people, and they brought back that Sultan Freeberg style of parody movies. However, they're not much better than Sultan or Freeberg. Sultan and Freeberg, those two were notorious for making horrible parody films that were more plagiarism instead of, spoof. And instead of, pulling the Mel Brooks and actually doing, creating a original, world, original story that's inspired by what they're making fun of, they just copycat everything about what they're spoofing. Not only that, but they also force a bunch of other, horror movie parodies into the film as well. You got Terrifier, The Substance, friggin' Sinners. For the most part, they're all, better horror movies than this. Although I'll say this, Scream 5 does deserve a good mocking. And they do this because they don't have any new ideas. They don't have any original ideas. So let's just plagiarize better horror movies and call it a spoof. On top of that, the jokes are not funny at all. And they lied during marketing. They said every line will be crossed. No lines were crossed at all. This was hardly offensive whatsoever. So, a bunch of liars. It wasn't offensive at all. And if anything, they were just simply doing that in hopes of getting butts in the seat. And may work for opening weekend, but I would not be surprised if there's a huge drop next week. As far as the characters go, I really kind of credit Scary Movies, more iconic characters, to the actors rather than them being well written. Because honestly, a bunch of them are unlikable, and this movie not that different. Heck, Marlon Wayans' character, I forget his name, but let's just say he is way too old to, be acting like a teenager. Not kidding, the dude looks like he's in his 50s or 60s, yet he still has that, stoner high schooler vibe to him. He lacks any real maturity at all. Cindy is basically a psychopath. Deputy Doofy is an idiot. And some of the newer generation of characters aren't that great, and, their actors are laughably bad. And that's another thing, too. I'll give props to Anna Faris and Marlon Wayans for trying to be funny, but unfortunately, the jokes are so poorly written that just no matter how hard they try, they're not going to be funny. And that's about it. Everyone else was just annoying, obnoxious, And like I said, still acting like teenagers, even though they're in their, what, 50s now? And that kind of summarizes Scary Movie 6. It's a throwback that did not need to happen. Okay, one of the few things that I truly do not miss about the 2000s decade that I grew up in were the Seltzman Freeberg comedy parody films. I don't miss that crap because it was just utter nonsense. And that's what this movie is, just pure, utter nonsense. The story is just plagiarized nonsense. The humor sucks. They've lied during marketing and said, every line will be crossed. No lines are crossed at all. Characters suck. Bulk of the actors suck. Only Anna Faris and Marlon Wayans were actually kind of trying to do something. And at the end of the day, I'm just gonna say it. I don't think you should watch this movie. Let's just leave the Seltzman Freeberg crap to the 2000s. Let's leave Seltzman Freeberg style parody movies to that decade to be forgotten. And let's embrace what Mel Brooks and company were doing in the 80s and 90s. Let's go back to that. Let's go back to Mel Brooks style parodies. Let's do that. I am going to give Scary Movie 6 a 1 because it is sheer nonsense. Not going to lie. Walking out of the theater, I felt like I was lobotomized. Period. End of discussion. That's how stupid this movie is. Well, that's all the time I have for today. Please look forward to more videos real soon. Please hit the like button if you enjoyed this video. Please also subscribe if you're new to the channel. And please don't forget, I also have a secondary channel where I do gaming content. Please go check it out. And as per usual, please remember, the Badetsky will return.